Live. This is One for the Record. I'm Diana, and today is June 21st, 2012. It's Thursday, the eve of Friday. And here's your update for today. We're going to start off with some consumer activist situation here. I'm a big activist for the consumers and pets, and I've known Colleen for many years. She contacted us over here at One for the Record, and she has had a situation with one of her pets. And what it is that, are you on the phone, Colleen?
Yes.
All right, good. Okay, we're going to break it down. You contacted One for the Record, and you were telling us how you went to, I guess it's called LA Pet Clinic.
That's right.
And that's located in West Hollywood?
That's right.
Off of Melrose.
Right.
Avenue. Okay, Melrose and Gardner, I believe.
That's correct.
All right, so you went into, you made an appointment, what, a couple years ago?
That's correct.
Okay, 2 years ago, Colleen went to the LA Pet Clinic, heads up, and she had her cat, what was your cat's name?
Colby.
Colby. How old was he back then?
7 years old.
Okay, so you brought in a 7-year-old cat with a couple of bad teeth, and and actors and others went ahead and paid for it because you're disabled and low income. And who was the doctor over there at LA Pet Clinic?
Dr. Reyna.
Oh, okay, so this Dr. Reyna pulled your cat's teeth, correct?
That's right.
And this was a couple years ago.
That's right.
And the cat kept having problems after that and went on steroids. The gums were inflamed. No one knew what was going on. You saw the doctor one more time. And so the cat was on prednisone for the gums. And you ended up taking your the cat to a different doctor two years later, correct?
That's right.
A different vet. And what did the vet find?
2 roots left in the mouth.
So this doctor at LA Pet Clinic left a couple of roots in your cat's mouth. Not just one, not one tooth. How many teeth was it?
2.
So 2 teeth were extracted or broken off into the cat, taken out, and the roots were left in the gums, correct?
Yes.
And you had to go ahead and get this other vet, checked it out, found the roots, and she charged you $273.
That's correct.
And so when you went ahead and recontacted Dr. Reyna, because of the wonderful work he did, and asked if he could help or reimburse you for the vet bill or pay part of the new vet bill, he said, what? No?
That's correct.
So he said no.
That's correct.
So that means he doesn't guarantee his work.
That's correct.
Okay. So, and the doctor never would come to the phone. You talked to a Vanessa, and they would never put the doctor on the phone. And I actually heard the message where they said that, oh, maybe because you need money to pay for the new bill, you should go get some help somewhere else.
That's correct.
So they wouldn't take any responsibility for, I call it like a malpractice. That's what I'm calling it, a malpractice procedure. My goodness, if it was a person, picture this, people. If you go into the dentist and they pull 2 of your teeth, not just one. See, that I would say 1, maybe it was a mistake, but 2 teeth, and left the roots in the gum. Heads up, this is not a place that I would ever take my pets. LA Pet Clinic over there in West Hollywood. Now, are you going to contact the state board?
Yes.
Good. Turn his behind in, because they refused to talk to you really about it. The doctor never got back on the phone, and the doctor felt that he didn't need to pay back anything for his wonderful work, correct?
That's correct.
All right. Well, that was Colleen. What, Colleen Stengel?
Yes.
Okay, Colleen. Thanks for calling in. Alrighty, then, you take care. I just wanted to make everybody aware of this. You go ahead and call PETA, call whoever. Hey, if anybody knows Flash Mob, hey, Flash Mob in front of this guy's place. That's what I say. I wonder how many people have gone to this doctor having their pets, they can't tell you that they're in pain. They can't tell you. And she told me that the cat is doing fine now. Oh my goodness, 2 years in pain and being on anti-inflammatories for his mouth. You know, being on prednisone, which is, I don't think that's great, you know, being on that, you know, because in humans it causes, you know, connective tissue damage. But the cat's doing fine now. Cat's eating, happy, running around, playing, and before the cat never, she told me the cat never acted like it was well. Until now. Till, thank goodness she took it to another pet vet. You know, that's allowing her to make payments. But, my goodness. So heads up, I suggest that, Better Business Bureau, I know Colleen's going to watch this later. The Better Business Bureau, State Board, Veterinary State Board, PETA, Ethical Treatment of Animals, yes, Angie's List, and you can make this go viral. That would be a nice thing, too. Obviously, there's something wrong with this LA Pet Clinic. And it's all, I guess she got the voucher from Actors and Others, so everything is paper trailed. It's all paper trailed, and you're going to leave roots in someone's mouth, even though it's a pet. You're going to leave the roots in it and say you're not responsible for the work? I don't think you should be doing extractions anymore. What else don't you guarantee? That's horrible. There you go, a pet nightmare. But I'm glad that the pet is doing all right now, but that's inexcusable for the pain and suffering for that pet. Oh no, I feel sorry for that pet. So there it is. You have it. If someone wants to forward this to Angie's List, PETA, make it go viral on YouTube, maybe send it to Flash Mob. All you cat lovers out there. I myself tried to call from One for the Record. I got hung up on twice. I asked for the receptionist, but she, I guess, one of them wasn't in. Then they just hung up. I mean, wow. Then I was told, because I said, well, I think, this is One for the Record. And I said, well, maybe we're going to contact the state board. And they said, oh, you can't talk to me, I'm just a receptionist. Talked to the office manager, got put on hold, on hold, on hold. I finally hung up, and guess where I went? On to the show. So, just because you don't want to answer the phone, or talk to your patients or clients, or however you'd say that in a veterinarian's office, or even if it's just property. I guess you damaged, you know, you did some bad work on some property, because I guess pets are considered property. I would assume that it would be guaranteed work. And I would assume that Actors and Others would no longer recommend this doctor either. Alrighty then. Forward it to whoever you need to forward it to. Here, we're going to move on now to the rest of the news. That was my consumer activist part of the program. Anybody have a problem? You can always inbox me or leave a comment, and I'll follow up on it for you. I'll call them and find out what's going on, find out myself. As long as you have the paper trail and you got, you know, witnesses and evidence that you really, you know, it's not some made-up thing out of spite or something weird, then I will follow up on it. I met Judd McIlvaine. I know him. Talked to him a couple times. So, here we go. Here's your news update for today. SOT.net. Fukushima workers, soon nobody can get close to Avira's facility. 1.32 E plus 9 of cesium leaked from decontamination system of Areva. Oh, Areva. Alrighty, and that was on 6/15/2012. Now, another mass sinkhole swallows yet another Florida home. My goodness. Yep, something's being swallowed. And this is by Florida's west coast. A home in Hudson, Florida, along Florida's west coast. Sorry, global warming alarmists, the earth is cooling. Yes, but it did heat up in certain spots. I can't stand it when I hear things like this. May 31st. What am I looking at? That was for May 31st. It's mixed in with this. Sunshine State's potential Debbie deluge. Oh, that's Florida. Uh-oh. That was today. Last week we began discussing the potential for a depression or a named storm to form over the Gulf of Mexico or Western Caribbean later this week or weekend. And this looks... yeah, it's in the Gulf Coast. Stonehenge summer solstice despite the rain. Oh, a lot of people at Stonehenge. The structure dates back to 3100 BC. They're having a big party over there. Flood fear after rain forecast for North and Mid Wales. Caribbean system may spawn floods from Florida to the Caymans. Oman records back-to-back earthquake tremors. Increased seismic activity reported at Iceland's Katla volcano. Russia declares state of emergency as hundreds of wildfires race across northern interior. Okay, I reported that yesterday. Let's see if there's anything else from today. This looks like a two-pager one today. Part 2. Oh. No. This is from yesterday. But I don't think I read this yesterday. Let's see this. Duluth in state of emergency after torrential rains sweep city north shore. And it shows the road all broken up and a car down in there. Let's see if we got something else. Okay, this is that's too slow. Let's get off that. We're off. Alrighty, let's go to the watchers watching the world. I'm sorry, I just had to report on that. When it comes to pets and they don't have any, you know, they don't have a voice. We have to give them the voice for them. That was horrible. Still upset about hearing that story. I was following that story for a little bit. Miss Stengel's cat. Government of Japan ignored U.S. radiation monitoring data in days after 3/11. Constant lava emission at Guatemalan Fuego volcano continues. Dust over Syria, Iran, and Iraq. I wonder if HAARP's putting a dust storm over them over there. Hurricane storm surge risk in 2012 for U.S. Gulf Coast and Atlantic Coast. Heads up. Time-lapse auroras Australis on June 19th. Alrighty then. Hundreds of fires covering Central Africa, and there's a satellite view. Japan awaits Typhoon Talim. Alright, and I never heard whatever happened to it, what kind of damage Fukushima had. They kind of kept it on the quiet. Maybe we'll hear something about it soon. Meteor shower grounds Springer fire air support. Active volcanoes in the world. We usually report on them. Okay, we did this yesterday. Alrighty then. Moving on. Let's take this off of here. Oh no, I'll take this to the E&E. Okay. Let that load. The Extinction Protocol 2012. Minnesota declares state of emergency over floods. British banks to be downgraded by credit ratings agency Moody's as Euro crisis spreads. Who are these Moody's people? U.S. banks hammered with downgrades. So can't they all claim, hey, can't they all just claim bankruptcy and write it off? And not owe these bankers anything? I would think you could do that. Since corporations are like people, can't countries be the same thing as corporations? My suggestion is everybody go bankrupt, write it off, pay nothing. Oh well, and start all over again from the very beginning. Dow tumbles 251 points, market shaken by second worst trading day of the year. Not if you're investing in Geiger counters and radiation detectors. I think that would be going up. And invest in the drones. And robots. Invest in like iRobot robots that have artificial intelligence and can regenerate themselves. How's that one? It's like Skylab or Skynet. Russia declares state of emergency as hundreds of wildfires rage across northern interior. And again, increased seismic activity reported at Iceland's Katla volcano. Okay, we reported on this. Here's one. Spain's medium-term borrowing costs spiraled to a Euro-era record. I think I did that yesterday. The greatest unravel. U.S. 30-year mortgage rates fall to the lowest on record. Oh, no one's buying. No one's working. Okay, that's it with that one. Let's go to the E-Energy news. I wish I would hear more about the condition of spent fuel pool number 4. I would like to know that. Anyone knows that, please leave a comment. If you have found any information, please put it under the comments. I would really appreciate it, and so would everybody else probably watching. Okay, here we go. Alrighty. Fukushima authorities' TEPCO report has fabricated data. We still don't know what happened in the cores of number 1, 2, and 3. We all know it's melt through. What don't you know? Why wouldn't you know what happened? It's gone. It melted through. Former Japan official, U.S. Army planned to entomb Fukushima reactors days after 3/11. Given permission to use Yamagata Airport. Didn't they have to evacuate after right away? It was like they were only there for a short time, a couple days, and then they had to pull out, get out of there because they're too close to the massive radiation. Everybody pulled everybody out, didn't they? Government flip-flops. Unit 4's fuel rods to be removed starting this year. Buckling building quake concerns behind change. I thought Unit 4 had an explosion. We're talking about the fuel pool now. The spent fuel pool somewhere. Isn't that something different? Because in some places here, I'm reading how number 4 had an explosion. New York Times, TEPCO has worked diligently to shut out close scrutiny of the ravaged plant's condition. New TEPCO report, Unit 4 had major impulsive sound, then damage to the roof on March 14th, 2011. Now, listen to this again. And then it said fire seen hours later, then again next day. Okay. New TEPCO report, Unit 4 had major impulsive sound. Does that mean like a boom boom? Ba-boom? Then damage to roof on March 14th, 2011. Fire seen hours later, then again next day. So how was anyone going to entomb this? What? Get your story straight, guys. Yeah, and I was going to win the lottery, but it didn't happen. CNN, unspeakable rage. I saw my wife on fire. This is TEPCO's fault. No official count of how many are killing themselves after Fukushima. Okay. And then, of course, alarm sounds at newly restarted Japan nuclear plant, warning that water level in tank fell at least 10 centimeters from normal. More water injected just in case. Officials apologize for delayed disclosure. Let's see if there's anything new coming from California, because I think someone put their foot in their mouth over here. Let's see. Yeah, nothing's changed. June 19th, zeolite may make sense for people in the Cascades, northwestern U.S. exposed after Fukushima, but be careful, Gunderson said. Oh, but I thought no one was exposed to anything. Again, this one is from the 19th. Gunderson, people on the U.S. West Coast should have used iodine pills to protect from Fukushima radiation. No! They should have been warned then to do it. No one was told to do it. What do you mean should have, could have, would have? They were never told to. No one knew anything that was going on. Some people are going to burn in hell for this. You know, they really are. You wait. You wait till everyone finds out. Sooner or later, they're going to find out about all this. They should have used iodine. How come no one made the announcement, mainstream media? How come the doctors didn't? What's going on? Why was everyone told no need to take any precautionary methods by our government? You are not in any danger. Then why is it said they should have used zeolite? Should be using zeolite and should have used iodine, and better be careful about what you're stepping in and don't track it in the house. Be careful where you, and all the bluefin tuna in the Pacific are contaminated. Radiation levels thought to increase over time. They're all irradiated. All the tuna's no good. You got the kelp being irradiated, and you got the garbage, the debris and dead bodies and everything else coming up to the shore. Think about it, people. And don't think, Oh, our government isn't going to be exposed to the radiation. Isn't it coming through on the jet stream? You don't think it's coming through the air, the water, the rain? You don't think it's getting on your car? All you officials and politicians? See? What goes around, it comes around to you too, doesn't it? My goodness. Who are your consultants? I want to thank the EPA for doing such a good job, and all the government officials. And don't think that you have not been exposed to this. Don't think that you were not in your little planes hopping back and forth to different states, meetings, and all types of political events. You don't think the radiation went through the plane and went through you too? You better think about that. Laugh now. Wow. And it probably got my boat too. My yacht. My sailboat yacht. It's probably no good now. I wonder if the fiberglass is going to melt from the intense radiation. Wonder if there's fuel rods floating up next to my boat. It's actually my yacht. It's 30 feet. It's a yacht. My per sailboat yacht. If anybody wants to rescue my yacht, please put a comment or email. Put it in notice like in the inbox, and I'll contact you back. If there's any heroes out there who can jump on that boat and get it out of there and come all the way across through the Panama Canal and get it here, you'll be a hero. But I really think it's probably contaminated now. Has to be. Especially with all those dead fish that were around it too. Something's going on. Oh, was there any heroes out there? Let me know. You can contact me. Or you can give a donation, the PayPal donation, and then I can get the boat out of there. Bring it here. Wow. Alrighty then. That was too much. I got too excited. I gotta calm down. Oh my goodness. Wonder if they listened to me. I think they did though. I think they turned on HARP the other day. Oh, broadcast. Alrighty then. It is 4 days down. 1 to go before the end of the week. You take care. I'll see you again tomorrow. Oh. I'm sorry. That is so ridiculous about this radiation, you know. And they said you should have. You should have been using iodine out there in California. But they also say in the Bible something about, and if you're under the blood of, you know, if you're covered by the blood of Jesus, then the poison that you drink won't hurt you. So, there you go. But now you have a heads up, and at least you can take care of business now. Alrighty then, see you tomorrow. Take care.